of you. Welcome to IT Talent Hub. Uh, we have Munmun. She'll be taking you through the demo. Yeah. Uh, Hi, Munmun. Are you there?
Yes. Hello,
Yeah.
Mamta,
Please
and
begin.
thank you.
Thank you,
So,
Munmun.
everyone, I'll introduce myself first. So, Munmun is my name, and I have total 10 plus years of experience, out of which 5 plus years of experience is from the field of machine learning and data science. I have completed my graduation and post graduation in the computer engineering field. And since last 3 plus years, I'm associated with ITH. And currently also I'm working with one MNC as a developer. Right? So I'll be taking you through the idea of this data analysis, data science, or what exactly we need to deal with the data, right? So what exactly are going to be the steps or what should be our approach? Okay. Apart from that, I'll give you idea about the ITH as well, right? And after that, we'll have one question answering session to clear your doubts if you have. Okay. So let's get started. I'll share the screen. Just confirm me once whether you are able to see the screen or not. Guys, is the screen visible?
Yeah, it's visible.
Okay, thank you, Saza. Others also, you can be interactive, right? It should not be a monotonous session. Okay. So in between also, if you have any doubts, you can just raise hand over here or you can write down your doubt in the chat box. So let's start. Let me tell you about the ITH first. Yeah. So largest independent community of IT within the UK. We have the offline office you can consider or offline classes are going on over there in Ilford, UK. 1,500 plus active members are there and still they are growing, right? And we do provide networking, we do provide hiring support, we do provide you the training. So on all the fronts to survive in the market, we are going to take care of it about yourself. Okay. The founder named as Sriram Angajala, he's from UK. He have founded this IT Talent Hub Meetup group, and Banana Apps. He is working as a developer. He works on different technologies like Python. Then, apart from that, testing, DevOps, right? He has the knowledge related to databases, about the data engineering, how to write down the APIs in Python, right? AWS and DevOps. He have delivered data science projects to Discover or Visa Europe and to Eurostar, BBC, UK government, and so on. The list is going on. Now, over here, career opportunities, right? What career opportunities you can have when you start working as an data analyst or data engineer or data scientist? Understand the hierarchy: data engineer, data analyst, and then the data scientists. After that, the AI engineers, and so on, right? So data engineers are mostly going to deal with the technologies like SQL, like Python, like some ETL tools, right? Excel, data management, data forecasting, and so on. In case of data analyst, they are like a next level of it. They get the data from the data engineers because data engineers are going to fetch the data or maybe generate the data. Data analyst is going to analyze that data. For the non-technical people of your organization, right? Non-technical as in those who are on the managerial side, okay? They will have less understanding about the technical part to understand that data. So creating the graphs, okay, getting the summary of that particular data, cleaning of that data, all this thing will be done by the data analyst. And after that analysis, it will go for the data science stage. Data scientists or machine learning engineers are going to build the models. Mostly those are going to be the predictive models. Okay. So using the given data, they are going to predict it for the next iteration, for the next or future iterations. That is how the hierarchy is going to be. Now, once you learn these technologies, see, not necessary that you should learn everything. You should know everything out of each and every technology. No. Once you learn out of that few technologies, you can either become data engineer or analyst or scientist or ML engineer or deep learning engineer, and the list will go on. Out of that, mostly this deep learning engineer, AI engineer, that is the part, like you can consider most advanced part that comes under artificial intelligence, and below that these are like subdomains, right? Data engineer, data analyst, data scientist, machine learning, robotics, mechatronics, all these are going to be the subdomains of your artificial intelligence. What is our mission? Our mission is, whether you are a fresher, whether you are a student, whether you are housewife, whether you want to restart your career, whether you're already working into the IT sector or maybe non-IT sector, right? You should be able to get some job into the technical field of data engineer or data science. Right? That is what our mission is. Now, what skills are you going to require? So these are all the skills required, but not necessary. They are not must. Okay, they are not must. SQL, Python, Tableau or Power BI. Okay, data modeling tools, Excel, right? Statistics, predictive models, supervised learning, unsupervised learning, machine learning techniques, okay, NLP, all this is required. Okay. Out of that, we are going to learn about SQL. We are going to learn about Python language. Now understand, Python is a generalized language. Okay. And packages have been created under that Python language for different purpose. We are going to learn about the Python packages which are related to data engineer, data analysis, or data science or machine learning, right? So in that perspective, the Python language we are going to work with, algorithms we are going to deal with, statistical part I'll be teaching you, mathematics part I'll be teaching you required for the data analysis or data engineering. Okay, now this is about the duration and everything. So if you're going to enroll for the weekend classes, right? Mostly the weekend classes are of 4 hours. In between that, you'll be getting near about 20 to 30 minutes as a break. And once we start, initial 2 3 weeks, it is going to be very slow because you are going to be new for the statistics, new for the data, new for the tools and language as well, right? And once we will start with machine learning algorithms, with this particular pace, we are going to finish it within 2 or 2.5 month. Okay, 2.5 month, depending on like how fast you grasp it, or if there are any holidays or something like that in between, maybe 1 or 2 days will be added or reduced. Now let me take you to the data science part, like what exactly it is, what exactly are you going to learn about data. So once you get the data, either in the form of structured data or unstructured data, you are first going to analyze it by using the tools like Excel or tools like Power BI. After you analyze it, you can take the decision about building the model. Even the analysis part you can perform with the help of Python language. We are going to learn that. And then understand that data in such a way that you will be able to take out the insights and the knowledge from that data. That is what the data scientist will do. For example, if I just provide you the data like this, which is in this structured format, structured data is always in a tabular format. Columns are going to be there, rows are going to be there, right? So if I provide you this type of data, and then if I ask you, okay, tell me who is the youngest among these students, who is the youngest among these students? After looking at this year of birth, like over here, Seven rows are, seven records are there. You can easily identify who is the youngest among all these. But think about when we have millions of records, we cannot just see at that year of birth and identify who is the youngest, right? Same way, there are some other methods or other insights, hidden insights from that data we need to understand after we analyze that data, right? Now, when I talk about structured data, it is in a tabular format, unstructured data, which is in a scattered format. Scattered as in the data which is not in a tabular format is considered as unstructured data. It can be multimedia documents like images, audio, video. It can be sensor collected data, text data, emails. Okay. It can be social media posts. So all this will come under the unstructured type of data. So which type of data are we going to deal with? Both. Okay, both the type of data we are going to deal with. But the difference is if you have the data collected in the form of images, like data engineers or data entry people have collected the data in the form of images. In the organization, there is going to be a separate team who are working as an image processing engineers. Their job is to convert that image into a tabular format data, into a structured form of data. Now they'll have the dimensions of image, whether it is colored or not, whether there is any object on that image or not, what are the dimensions, where the center of that image lies, what color scheme have been used. So these type of details they are going to extract. Ultimately, though it is an unstructured data, you will get it into a structured format. Okay. Now, what is the need of this data science, data analysis, and everything? For example, there is one retail store, and you are the retail manager of that particular store. Okay, you are retail manager. Now, on a day-to-day basis, you want to analyze that data. Assume that it's just a single store, and on a day-to-day basis, 100 records are getting recorded. It is easy to analyze those 100 records manually. And what you want to identify, what products have been sold maximum, what products have been sold minimum, how much is the total sales, which customer have sales of more than $100, who are the customers, right? So likewise, you need to analyze your data. Less amount of data manually on a day-to-day basis you can identify. After identifying, you have taken some decisions which have grown the business, and now you are the retail store manager for four outlets. Okay, four different outlets. Now generated data is increased. Now the records are in millions. It is not possible to analyze the data manually, and that too on a day-to-day basis. It will take time if you perform it manually, and the chance of error will also increase. So the solution is, if you know data analysis, okay, if you know data analysis, you would have created graphs like this. And these graphs will encapsulate the complete tabular data, and you will be able to answer the queries very easily without any error. Okay, the chance of making error when you go for visualization will be zero rather than doing it manually. Okay, for example, when I say what are the items have been sold on the maximum number of times, easily from this first chart, which is bar chart, you can answer 70% of sales is through the groceries. 10% of sales are through the any other item and gift items. So you can take the decision like whether you want to keep these gift items from next month onwards or you just want to close that section. Same thing. In which days the maximum sales are there, whether they are weekends or weekdays, you can create a graph like this. 60% are from the weekends. So you can have some discounts or you can have some offers. Okay, loyalty programs on weekdays so that the maximum footfall will be there. Okay. Same thing at what time the maximum footfalls are there. You can take the decision based on some visualization. So the point is, analysis is important before you take any action, before you apply any algorithm on the given data. Until and unless you will not understand the given data, you'll not be able to decide what algorithms will work best. Without knowing the data, blindly, if you try to apply the models or try to apply the algorithms, it will consume lot of time, right? It will consume lot of time. So that is not the optimized way. Optimized way will be first analyze your data, then decide what to do with that particular data. Okay, which will benefit your business, which will grow your business. Why all this excitement to learn about this data related technologies? Because data is the new fuel. Everywhere you go, you are creating the data. Right now as well, when I am conducting this demo session, this session is getting recorded, right? So this recorded will be stored somewhere. It will be used for analysis purpose, maybe in future, right? Some log will be created for this demo as well, like at what date, at what time, how many participants have joined, what duration this demo lasts for, what was the link provided for connecting to that demo. So every other details about this activity is also getting recorded. That is nothing but data generation. So likewise, whether you make any financial transaction or whether you make any stock market related transaction or whether you pay to like grocery bills or electricity bills or fuel bills, likewise, data is generated. Either it is in an online form or it is in an offline form. Same way, here few examples have been listed which are for the offline transaction. Now think about world of internet. There are so many applications or websites available through which data is continuously getting generated. For example, YouTube, so many videos are getting downloaded and uploaded, right? Insta, so many posts are there. Any dating site, so many left swipes, right swipes are getting generated, right? Mailing services, mails received, mails sent. Google search made, right? Any what we can say, OTT platform, videos are getting uploaded, users are viewing that video contents. And I have just named few examples. There are gaming sites, matrimonial sites, multimedia sites, social media sites, business sites, and so on. So the data is getting generated in a huge quantity or huge volume. So there will be a need of skilled data analyst, skilled data engineer, skilled data scientist in future or even currently as well. This is another statistics. By the end of 2023, it is expected that 101 terabyte data, zettabyte data will be generated. And by the end of 2025, it will be increasing up to 175 zettabytes. So there is exponential growth. That is why in near future, there will be rapid requirement for the data engineers, data analysts, and the data scientists. One of the application like predictive systems or recommendation systems, if you are searching something or if you are purchasing something through the e-commerce website, by the time you browse for that particular product, you'll get the recommendation about the similar products, about the popular products, about the new launch products, and so on. So that is one of the application of data science. As I said, predictive machines or predictive systems, if you purchase a vehicle 6 months ago, after 6 months, you will start receiving the mails or you'll start receiving the calls and messages about the servicing of your or maintenance of your vehicle. Right? So you are not the favorite customers, right? How are you getting those calls, mails? Because they have the data with that particular organization, IT organization. They are scanning through the data and from that they are predicting which vehicle is supposed to require a maintenance. Because of that only they are going to give you the call, mail or message. How the flow will be there? So initially you have a data. You need to get the insights of that data. Now getting these insights are nothing but the data analysis. Okay. How many rows, how many columns, missing values, outliers, data types, graphs you will generate, all these things you will perform with the help of insights. Get the features. Features are nothing but the columns of your data set. So important features you will use. After that, you will build a model which is going to make some prediction. Now, that prediction will be used by the management. If it satisfies the business objective and business constraint, then the decision will be made. If not, they'll provide you the feedback, they'll provide you the suggestions. You need to consider them and rework on that model building and prediction until and unless the final decision have been made. Now, in some organizations, you need to perform these tasks on a day-to-day basis, or maybe weekly basis or monthly basis. Now, it completely depends how frequently they are going to refresh the data. Okay, that depends on the refreshment of that particular data. And for performing each and every task over here, you can use different technology or a tool or a language. What exactly are we going to learn? So we are going to learn about the maths and the statistics part required for the understanding of data, supervised and unsupervised machine learning algorithms, clustering, classification, prediction, regression, everything we'll learn. And apart from that, we are also going to talk about like some pre-processing algorithms, like cross-validation algorithms. We are going to talk about train and test split, k-fold cross-validation method, right? So these things we are going to talk about. Apart from that, the statistical part, when I'll be teaching you with the help of Excel. So when you get the data in the form of Excel, you'll be able to analyze that data on the Excel itself. For the machine learning part or for the model building part, we are going to use the Python language. Apart from that, we are also going to learn about the SQL. Okay. And for analysis part, we are also going to learn about the Power BI. Okay. Now, what it takes to become the like successful data engineer, data analyst, or data scientist. Concept wise, I'll be teaching you. You have your own domain knowledge because you might have completed your graduation, or maybe you are working in some organization. So through that, you have the basic knowledge. Okay, you have the basic knowledge. And then if you're new for the Python language or any sort of language by using computer, practice. Once you practice, you need not to mug up the syntax of that language, and it will lead you for the successful career in that particular field. Also, we are going to give you one project for practicing it. That project can be from any industry or any domain, whether it is aviation, whether it is e-commerce, whether it is what we can say, daily analysis of a product or newspaper or any other domain, right? So that is how your course will complete. Now, apart from that, I'll also teach you how to create the account on GitHub, how to create the GitHub repositories and connect it with your Jupyter notebook so that you can, have that practice in your organization as well. After that, some soft skills will be taught to you, like Jira, which is a software development tool generally used by the managers. Even the employees are going to use it, but it is in a restricted version of employees, right? Because manager will have, the administrator will have all the access. Agile software and development models, right? Overview about GitHub, as I said you. Also, I'll give you the overview about Kaggle platform where you can find some data sets for your practice purpose, right? And we are going to deal with this Power BI, Jupyter Notebook, Excel, and SQL. After you complete your training, job support and placement program will be provided for you. Now, once you complete with the training, there will be one another demo conducted by Sriram sir. He'll give you clear-cut idea that what will be completed under this job support and placement program, right? So that is all about this ITH. Fee structure and other details will be provided to you by Subhash or Nilima. They are working for sales team for ITH. And for your reference, you can note down. Yeah, you can note down this particular address if you wish to visit and clear your doubts related to sessions, related to timings, related to weekdays or weekends or any other thing, right? So you can just have a word with Subhash or Nilima over here. And for other details, I'll just provide you one number in the chat box. Let me provide you one number in the chat box. I hope you will be able to view the chat box at least. Or what I'll do. Yeah, there is one landline number which you can call on. Yeah, this one is the landline number. You can call on this number as well. Okay, just note down this number, right? Any query related to fee structure, classes, trainings, or any other thing, financial assistance or job assistance, you can contact on this number and get your queries cleared. So that is all about the ITS, and that is all about data analyst and data science curriculum or the flow is going to be.